and welcome to Rathods Science Academy. Today in this session we are going to see very important topics that up in our today's Hindu newspaper, and we are going to see current affairs of 16th February 2025 in this class. And today is Sunday, so there is no editorial, no text and context. So there are very limited articles which are relevant from our examination point of view, but in today's newspaper there are very at most important topics from your mains and as well as prelims. And you have to see both static and as well as dynamic part of them. Okay, now let us see the first article. So if you see the title of this first article, it says that 116 deportees arrived from US in second batch. So as you all know that after this Trump came into power the second time, that is in this Trump 2.0 era, so his signed first executive order is deporting of illegal migrants who came to USA to their countries, right? So in this context, he has already one military flight which deported around 104 illegal Indian migrants, and this is the second time around 116 deporters they arrived from USA. And again we are expecting that one more flight, it is going to reach India by next Sunday. That means the deportation process happening on. So here, what is the thing that you have to see? So you have to see India-US relations. So the keyword here is India-US relations. And this topic is important from GS paper 2 under international relations. So what exactly you have to see the dimensions? You have to see about how this deportation of illegal migrants is going to affect India-US relation, and why this deportation is special now. Okay, and even you have to see about future impact. So these all are the dimensions that you have to see, and especially if you are from IT sector, you have to know about even types of visas, especially H1B visa that you have to know. Okay, if you are from IT sector and if you are attending this year interview, of course you will be getting questions regarding India-US relations and even how it is affecting immigration policies and as well as visas. Okay, now let us see the context. So this article is saying that US aircraft carrying around 116 undocumented Indian migrants, they are nothing but illegal migrants of India who are living in US, they had been deported from US. And where they landed? They landed in Amritsar International Airport. So why Amritsar? So because there is one point that you have to remember. So most of these illegal migrants who are staying in USA of India, they belongs to certain states. For example, Punjab. So from Punjab, so most of the people are there. So because of this aircraft which is landed in Amritsar International Airport. Okay, now let us see some important details why this deportations is significant this time. So why we are very much bothered about that. So first one here is there is large scale of deportation. Not only Indians are coming back, but even illegal migrants from different countries they are sending back from USA. So US deported around 160,000 individuals between this June and October 2024, and you are from around 145 countries including India. So there is a very large scale of deportations happen. And second important point here is there are many undocumented Indians who are present in this US. There are around 7,25,000 undocumented Indians in US. So because of this significant group of people from Indians, they are going to be affected. So because of this, it is also going to have impact on India-US relations in future. So as I said, most of the people from which states are illegal migrants? Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana. So these regions are located normally near, right? Gujarat, Punjab and Haryana, they have high number of illegal immigrants. And very important significant thing that you have to remember is they are not using civilian aircrafts to deport these people. They are using their military aircrafts. Okay, they are using their military flights or aircrafts for the first time. So because of this is very significant. And next one here is diplomatic concerns. So because of this deportations, they are also coincided with Prime Minister Modi's US visit. So because of this also it is very significant. And next one here is even the people who are sending back, they are having handcuffs and as well as chains. So because of this, we can say like there are some humanitarian crisis or harsh treatment which is faced by this illegal migrants. So because of all these things, now this deportation is very, very significant. And now let us see what will be the impact on Indian community in US. So actually whenever deportation is happening, so other people who are living in India, they will be also coming under this fear, right? Fear, anxiety. So fear and uncertainty among undocumented migrants had been increased, who are Indian people living in US now. And next one here is there is also detentions happening at workplace, at homes. They have caused some economic strain, especially people who are working for the part time, like in petrol bunks or in other like jewelry shops or in bakeries or in restaurants. So here now they are having some economic strains. And next one here is legal migrants are also getting affected. So especially people who are shifting to USA by taking this H1B visa in search of job like that. So they are also having uncertainty now. Okay, and even many students, they are fearing of getting visa renewal as well. And next one here is, if you see the Indian response, India is monitoring the situation very, very closely, and it also, government of India is also ensuring legal migrants, their rights are protected. And even they are going for some diplomatic engagements with US policy makers, and they are focusing on preserving of employment and as well as employment based immigration programs. They are focusing on that, and they're going for talks. So these are the things that you have to remember. And let us see the next article. So next article, it is amid Kumbh rush, 15 fear death in stampede at New Delhi railway station. So again, one more stampede incident which happened. So recently, from last 1 year onwards, we have lots of news regarding stampede, like Hathras stampede, like recently in Hyderabad stampede, and even Tirupati stampede, and now one more stampede, that is New Delhi railway station stampede. So actually this New Delhi railway station stampede, you can see the image like how many people they are fighting for entering into these coaches. So actually why this stampede happened in this Delhi railway station is, the correct reason is no one said the correct reason, but as of now the assumption is two trains which are going to this Mahakumbh had been cancelled. So because of this, whichever the train that is going to that area, so people are rushing into that train. So because of this, that led to stampede. So already number of times we have studied about this issue called as stampede. So here the topic is stampede, and this topic is important from your GS paper 1 and 2 regarding society and social issues, and even it is important from GS paper 4 under ethics. And students who are going to write this year exam, you have to be very much careful about this stampede, because in GS paper 4 ethics you may get a case study for sure. 100% there will be a case study regarding, if you are IPS officer, if you are head of that so and so department, if you are head of tourism department, or else if you are an IAS officer, if you are conducting one religious event, so how can you ensure that stampede is not going to happen? So you have to know about steps to be taken to control this stampede. And recently, in one of my class, I said about what is a protocol which is given by the government. So there they said about multiple exits and multiple entry channels should be there. And we have to allow only the limited number of peoples. And we have to have a long queue lines. And we need to have the better spatial management. And for 1 square meter area, we have to ensure that only 3 to 5% should be there. If more than 3 to 5% are there, there is a high chance of getting stampede. So here in this way, we can also use some mathematical data or statistical data so that we can control the stampede efficiently. So I said in one of our earlier classes, see that scientific data, how can we use to reduce the stampede like of incidents. And you have to see about what are the effective steps. So in this effective steps, again you have to see what are the short-term steps and as well as what are the long-term steps. So long-term steps is nothing but whenever you're planning any religious congregation or any political party rally or any celebrity who is coming, so you have to take some effective steps from the long term onwards while you are going to plan that. And the short term means if suddenly the rush had been increased, how can you control that rush on the site? That is, you have to see the practical solutions. So if you're reading such kind of articles in newspaper, you will be getting the practical solutions that can be done. So if you're writing something which is practical can be done on the ground, if you're writing that, there will be a high chance of getting more marks compared to that of others. You have to focus on that. And already I gave the detailed data regarding stampede, so just revise your notes. And now let us see the next article. Title says 90-day Brahmaputra carnival celebrates Assamese culture. So this article is talking about one important event that is going to happen along the banks of river Brahmaputra. That means, so carnival is nothing but group of people that are gathering outside. Okay, outside gathering is called as carnival and it is happening along this river Brahmaputra. So there are two important keywords that you have to see. So first important keyword is river Brahmaputra. So where you will be studying about this river Brahmaputra? So as I said, we have two river systems, Himalayan river system here and Peninsula river system here. So in this Himalayan river system, we have three types of rivers: Indus, river Brahmaputra and river Ganga. And I think 2 days ago or 1 day ago, we discussed detailedly about this Brahmaputra because of super dam of China, which is going to be constructed on this Brahmaputra, how it is going to affect the countries like India and Bangladesh, how it is going to have ecological impact and how it may cause artificial disaster, that is man-made disaster. So all these things that we discussed, right? So again, here you have to know about some basic facts regarding Brahmaputra. So what are the basic facts? For example, so in which countries it will be flowing? So you already know it is flowing in three countries like China, India and Bangladesh. And next you have to see about origin of this river, where this river had been started, that is near Mansarovar Lake. Okay, and next you have to see about important tributaries. In tributaries also on that day I said we have two types of tributaries, right bank tributaries and left bank tributaries, and you have to see what are they. And if there is any dams which are constructed, you have to see which are the dams. And normally across this river, so we will be seeing most of the national parks and biosphere reserves will be located. So you have to see which are those national parks and biosphere reserves. Or else, for example, if there is any hills which are present, which kind of hills you are present, and all these things that you have to see from basic geography. And next one here is you have to see about this carnival. So carnival, it is nothing but celebrations which will be done normally in the open space. Now they are going to do in this river bank of Brahmaputra, and this carnival, it is for 90 days. So this is an important part from your art and culture. It is a part of our culture. We will be celebrating this, and when we will be celebrating this, why we will be celebrating this, so what will be the advantage of celebrating this, all these things that you have to know. Okay, so it is from art and culture, which is from your history, and another part is from your geography, GS paper 1. And there is a very high chance of getting question from art and culture point of view. So in art and culture, you will be studying about this Nitin Singhania book. It is a very bulky book. It will be around 800 to 900 pages. It will be like similar to that of your Lakshmikant. So, but in art and culture, you will be getting around 2 to 3 questions which are in news. So you have to follow what is happening, what are the culture events are happening. For example, if our president is giving any gifts to other people wherever he is going on to the visits, so what he is giving gifts. And even you have to see about our Republic Day tableau. On this Republic Day, what happens, we will be having this Republic parade, right? On this day, we will be having parade. So in this parade, different states will be representing the things which are there from their states. So mostly they will be representing their culture and their art. So you have to see which state represented what. and if there is any geographical or historical significance of that, you have to see, and there will be a high chance of getting questions from that Republic Day parade tableau itself. Okay, you have to see all those things, guys. And now let us see this article. So actually it is one of the India's longest carnival because it is 90 days. And especially they are celebrating on the sandy banks of Brahmaputra. So whenever we are going to celebrate this kind of cultural events, obviously that sandy banks of Brahmaputra will be covered with the colorful things, like they will be go for arranging of tents, arranging of some stalls, etc. So that the sandy banks of Brahmaputra, which became now colorful. And we are going to offer the mixture of culture, mixture of adventure, and as well as glamping. So as you all know that Brahmaputra, it is a fast moving river. So in that they can also go for adventure games, like for example river rafting, like that, any water games. So they can also conduct, and they will also celebrate their culture. And especially northeastern states, they will be having some specific events. So there are three which are given here. Apart from that, you have to do some research regarding which are these seven sisters, which are the events you are having, especially in these northeastern states like Mizoram, like Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, like Sikkim. So which are the culture events which are special to their states? For example, Zero Music Festival is of Arunachal Pradesh, Shillong Cherry Blossom Festival of Meghalaya, Nagaland Hornbill Festival, it is of Nagaland. So they are going to celebrate this kind of events in that 90-day carnival. So here there is a chance of getting other states and other states festivals as a match the following in your prelims 2025. So they may give a question like consider the following pairs. On one side they'll give states, and on another side they'll give festivals. And you have to identify which is correct and which is false. So they gave just 3 here, and there is a chance of asking other 3 also. So you have to make a note of that. And actually, if you see some facts regarding what is this Brahmaputra Carnival, it is a vibrant fusion of tranquility, adventure, and as well as majestic river serving as the heart of the celebration. So actually, they will be celebrating across this bank of river Brahmaputra, and it will bring huge people, and as well as people with of different culture, everything, they will come and they will celebrate this. And they will be having different kinds of activities like water sports, live concerts, and they'll also showcase their heritage, and there will be different stalls, and they will also try to sell their local handicrafts, local made goods, etc. So in this way it will provide a platform for local artisans and local musicians, local dancers. They will be doing it, they will be performing something so that they will get some income. Okay, and they will also exhibit their talents through traditional music and as well as dance performances, so that it will enrich overall cultural experience in that region. And next one here is, if you see some facts regarding river Brahmaputra, so this river, it is a vital component of Himalayan drainage system, and it is one of the 3 major rivers in our country. And here you have to say about where it had been origin. So try to see this map after my class, because I don't have, right now I have just 10 minutes to complete this class. I don't know whether this analysis will be done or not. So if you see the tributaries, we have left bank and we have right bank. So left bank tributaries are Lhasa, Nyang, Parlung, Lohit, Dhanashri, Kolong, and right bank tributaries are like Kameng, Manas, Beki, Teesta, Subansari, like that. So try to draw map of rivers. Try to take a political map of India and try to draw the map through which states it flows exactly along with their tributaries, and identify which are right bank and which are left bank tributaries. And every year, believe me, at least one question will be there from Himalayan river system for sure. Last year the question was on river Indus. Okay, now let us see the next article. Title says Admit strained ties, Jaishankar to meet Bangladeshi counterpart. So actually you know that something is happening in Bangladesh. It is not in the favor of India, right? So Sheikh Hasina, former prime minister of this Bangladesh, she fed away. She came outside of Bangladesh just to save her life. And now interim government formed under whom? Yunus. So we are not having good relations with Bangladesh. But now we are going to attend this IOC 2024 summit. Okay, that is nothing but Indian Ocean Summit we are going to attend. So in this summit, so most of the countries which are sharing boundary with this Indian Ocean will be participating, and even Bangladesh is also participating in that summit. So in this summit, especially foreign affairs minister, so Indian foreign affairs minister is Jaishankar. So like that, whichever the country which is sharing boundary with this Indian Ocean, so their foreign affairs ministers, they are going to attend this meet. And what they'll discuss about especially what are the challenges we are facing in this Indian Ocean region, how can we address those challenges. So this is the theme of this Indian Ocean conference. Okay, now let us see this article in detail. So actually, on the sidelines of this Indian Ocean conference, which is going to held at this Muscat, we are also going to have talks between India and Bangladesh, even though we are not having good ties. Okay, so actually, this is 8th Indian Ocean conference, which is going to happen in this Muscat, and India along with Singapore and Oman is hosting this. So you have to remember which countries are hosting this: India, Singapore and Oman. And in this summit, foreign ministers of 30 nations, they will be talking about the security issues, challenges in this Indian Ocean region. So if you see this Indian Ocean region, I also attached a map. So here, entire this parties are Indian Ocean. So here, these are the countries which are sharing. Okay, these are the countries which are sharing boundary with Indian Ocean. So if you see about this Indian Ocean region, so it is a third largest ocean in the world, and it covers around 70.56 million square kilometers, and it is mainly connecting Asia, Africa and Australia. So you may get question like, so which of the following continents they will be having boundary with Africa? Sorry, Indian Ocean, like that you will be getting question. So only 3 continents like Asia, Africa and Australia, they are having boundary with this Indian Ocean region. So with that, you have to be very much sure about this map pointing, guys. And if you see the nations which are surrounding this Indian Ocean region, so we have around 26 coastal nations, and even landlocked countries like Nepal and Bhutan, which we are sharing boundaries, so they will be also dependent on this trade in this Indian Ocean region. So what is the importance? So mostly the global trade which happens to this region, and even it is very important for maintaining of maritime security, because we are having important choke points like Strait of Malacca, Strait of Hormuz, Bubble Mandap in this region. And even we are having very huge resources in this region, like fisheries we have, oil we have, gas we have, minerals we have, and even strategically also for global security concerns also this Indian Ocean region is very, very important. So what is India role? What are the programs taken up by India to provide security in this region? So first one is Sagar Initiative. Next one here is we have multilateral exercises. With different countries, we are making exercises. For example, Milan exercise, Malabar, Varuna, etc. And even we are developing some trade and as well as economy. So actually, whatever the economy that we can get from this water is called as blue economy. And Indian Ocean region, it is very much rich in this blue economy. And next one is we are also going for providing humanitarian assistance and disaster resilience for the countries which are present in this Indian Ocean region. Okay, like that we are also taking a lot of steps. And what are the challenges we have? Chinese influence. So whenever you're writing any answer regarding international relations, the first important point that you can say is to counter China. And next one is piracy. Piracy is nothing but hijacking of ships in water. And next one here is climate change. There is also increasing of sea level. So because of this, that led to increasing of vulnerability of island nations. And next one is we are focusing on undersea surveillance. Cyber attacks are also possible, and maritime terrorism and trafficking. So this maritime route also terrorist or terror organizations, they can enter into the country and they can lead attacks. For example, Mumbai attack, which had happened through this maritime route. So these are some challenges that we have in this Indian Ocean region, and we need to get proper solutions for this. And now let us see the next article. So it is about India-US dealing with underwater domain awareness. So in yesterday's class also there are 3 to 4 articles regarding increasing of India-US partnership. For example, US said that we are going to increase trade to $500 billion. That is called as Mission 500. So under that, even F-35 fighter jets agreement, it is going to be done. And not only that, we are going to get further more technology. And this article is saying that even we are going to deal with this underwater domain awareness. Okay, so this article is important from your science and technology guys. So actually this article is saying that India and US, they are going for improvement of cooperation to get this underwater domain awareness. Underwater means inside the water. So if you have some awareness system, we can collect information what is happening in that region. That is called as underwater domain awareness. And so if you see some important significance, why we need this underwater system, because we are going to have a rich blue economy in that region. And next one here is we are also have a potential for improving of growth in this blue economy, like fisheries, like aquaculture we can do, tourism we can do, shipping we can do, energy we can do, deep sea mining we can do. So all these have a lot of potential. And if you see what are the challenges we are having in this underwater, so here we are not having the proper technology and we are having our own unique ocean conditions. So if you're seeing Indian Ocean and if you're comparing with North Sea, or if you're comparing with Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean, so individual oceans, they have their own characteristics. So based on that, we need to make the technology which is suitable for that region. For example, cold and temperate oceans. Cold and temperate oceans, they have entirely different circumstances when we are compared with that of tropical conditions like Indian Ocean. And even if you want to get that technology, it is very, very costly, especially India, like India. So it is a developing country. So we don't have that much finances and as well as technology. So we have to depend upon other countries to get that. So if US is cooperating well, and if you're making this kind of agreements, obviously we can get this kind of technology so that it will be very helpful for harnessing of blue energy or blue economy. So that's all guys. So these are the important topics that happened in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much guys.